So put the car back together. The wing is not retracting properly. Not sure why. I did get an error message on the dashboard that said it wasn't operating properly. So now it's time to pull this apart and see what's going on. Okay, the back of the trunk is apart and you can see the part that raises up. It raises up at, I don't know, whatever, let's say 60 miles an hour, who knows. It slides on these rods here, up and down. There's adjustment with these screws. This plate moves up and down. And then there's also this screw here where you can actually move it inward and outward. This is the motor that raises it up. Sorry, this is the assembly that raises it up, and then we've got the same on the other side. What I was finding, now what I did was I pulled the motor off and I'm just rotating the shaft. It's a 5mm nut driver. Just throw my nut driver onto there. What I was seeing was when I was raising it up, the left side wasn't raising at the same rate. It's actually still doing a little bit. It just kind of drags a little bit. Sorry, there's a weed whacker going behind me. So it was dragging a little bit as I was raising the assembly up and down. And what I ended up finding out, or figuring out, that, let me rotate it again. Basically what was happening was it was binding on the system. What I figured out that there's some room for these 4 screws for this assembly to move right and left. It's actually quite flexible. And so once I loosened this up and made it so the system can move easily, that actually stopped the binding. That was a surprise. I didn't expect that. I've got the motor hanging here. It's you can see it's just a shaft that goes in there and 2 screws to attach it. It actually, sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. It actually sits up in here, kind of like that. And then once you have your motor on, it's just a plastic washer, circlip, and that locks the shaft.